It's game 2 of 2 here on day 1 of the 2024 Men's Ifcpf World Championship, or the Ifcpf Men's World Championships, if I'm going to get the technical name right. Here in Silao, in game 1, it was Chile 2, Italy 2, and an absolute thriller with a late goal for Chile in second half stoppage time, meaning that they walked away with a share of the spoils. It's Northern Ireland and Scotland's turn to kickstart their respective tournaments here in Spain, looking to start off on the right foot with 3 points this afternoon. So Northern Ireland and Scotland set to do battle, and we'll go through the teams for both sides who will start this afternoon, and we'll start with Northern Ireland, who in goal will go with number 1, Paul Cassidy. Number 2 is Charlie Fogarty. Number 4 is the captain, Jordan Walker. Number 6 is Jordan Cush. Number 7, David Levy. Number 9 is Ryan Walker. Number 10, Charlie Emerson is the starting 7. And on the bench, number 3, Oisin McGurk. Number 5, Sean Coyle. Number 8, Declan McDonnell. And number 11 is Finn Mullen. And for Scotland, they will go in goal with number 12, Jamie Kelly. Number 3 is Martin Hickman. Number 5 is the captain, Matthew Wynne. Number 6 is Barry Hunter. Number 8 is Jamie Mitchell. Number 10 is Dean Thornton. And number 14 is Logan Smith. And the substitutes for Scotland, the backup goalkeeper is number 1, Christopher Moore. Number 2 is Michael Blair Glynn. Number 4, John McFarlane. Number 7, Mark Robertson. Number 9 is Sean Millership. Number 11 is Kerr McKenzie. And number 13 is James McAlpine. So they are the teams for this afternoon. And if this second game is anything like the first that we've just seen, then we should be in for an absolute corker, as both teams are set to make their way onto pitch number 10 here at the Silao Football Complex. What a wonderful venue it is too. And a very good morning to those watching along in both Northern Ireland and Scotland. It's the same time zone, just an hour back from here in Spain. So approaching 11 o'clock in both Northern Ireland and Scotland, whether you be watching from either one of those countries or anywhere else. We do thank you for your company. My name is Oliver Walker-Peel, as both teams make their way onto the main pitch. Scotland, who were last in major tournament action at the Euros last year, second from bottom. Northern Ireland weren't at that tournament and are looking to prove something against their Scottish counterparts. We did have some technical difficulties with the anthems before, not being able to hear them across the broadcast, but we will pause for the national anthem so they can play around Silao and we're not interrupting them. As the lineups get read out over the tannoy. Big chance for Scotland potentially as their lineup gets read out, and we'll shortly pause for the national anthems of both Scotland and Northern Ireland, and hopefully you can hear them slightly over my microphone. Both anthems done and the pleasantries almost over and done with. I must say, it was wonderful to see the whole Scottish team performing Flower of Scotland. It is some anthem. And a great one to hear be performed live. It's a special one. And it was great to see the Scottish starting seven singing all in unison as their handshakes get completed. The referee is Carlos Diaz, to be assisted by Aidan Paul Rutic, Jose Joreno Gil, and the fourth official is Jorge Barbasan. Scotland get set to have a team photo taken. They finished 7th at the 2023 Euros, only ahead of Italy, who we saw in action earlier today here in Salau. Northern Ireland congregate themselves for a quick picture before the first ball's kicked in anger. See the number 12 for Scotland, front and centre in that picture is the goalkeeper Jamie Kelly. We were initially told that he'd be wearing number 13, but he is in the number 12. And Scotland's number 13 is James McAlpine, who sits on the bench to start with, at least for Scotland, who will be kicking from right to left in all blue. And it will be Northern Ireland in the green shirts, white shorts and green socks from left to right. It'll be Ryan Walker in the number 9 for Northern Ireland to get things underway. On Carlos Diaz's whistle, which has now been blown, and we are underway. Both of these sides looking for a tournament opening win. Don't think either will find it easy. The skipping forward was Charlie Emerson. Played back towards halfway as Walker played forward, but it was blocked en route. Jordan Walker again playing across, looking for Emerson. Well won by Matthew Wynne. Spreading the play here, Jamie Mitchell. Let's find Martin Hickman. Scotland happy to play it around. Mitchell curling one in behind the Northern Ireland back line, almost drifted through, and eventually able to claim possession of the ball. The Northern Ireland custodian in Paul Cassidy. Taken short. So that one will be going back the other way. There's a foul throw. Carlos Diaz just making sure that Matthew Wynne, the Scotland captain, takes it from the right place. And that one will be changing hands. So a couple of foul throws, one for each team. It's Ray, you see that? So that one finds its way into the broadcasting area. I almost got a touch then, and it's never a good sign if you put a football at my feet, as it's curled in from Emerson and well off target. There's a reason I'm standing here talking about the football and not playing it. One reason, at least, it is I've got no Scottish or Northern Irish heritage, but also that if I did, there's no chance I'd be breaking into either one of these teams. Both have far more footballing talent than I'd ever be able to provide, even if I do have cerebral palsy myself. Kelly. Matthew Wynne towards the edge of the area. But Northern Ireland emerge with it with David Levy. That one sent out of play for a Scotland throw. This game starting a few minutes ahead of schedule. We were meant to get going at midday. We kicked off a few minutes before. Matthew Wynne sending in towards the edge of the area. Slice clearance from Walker. Might come back to cost him, and the ball across was looking for Logan Smith, who couldn't quite tap home. It was a timely intervention from Northern Ireland to help turn it behind for an early Scotland corner. Which Martin Hickman will take. Classified at FT3, sent it in towards the middle. Headed high, and Cassidy able to claim under duress, and he took that very well. Under a bit of pressure, the Northern Ireland number one. As you can hear the wind really pick up through the microphone. A little bit stronger than in the first game we saw today. Paul Cassidy wanted to let that run. Now the assistant referee on the far side signalled for a goal kick. Paul Cassidy was disappointed with himself, perhaps conceding that he thought it may have been a corner. Everyone was setting up for a corner, and both officials agree that it's gone behind for a goal kick, and now we're all in agreement. Scotland back on the ball with Hickman. Barry Hunter. That's a bit of a task for Matthew Wynne, but one he's up to. Right towards the edge of the area. Hickman laid it off, got it back, and his shot was blocked. Really nice interplay at the edge of the box there from Scotland. Martin Hickman with an early chance charge down. The Scotland skipper and Wynne looking for the long ball. It was a brilliant ball forward. Looking again for Hickman, who's getting busy early, but his first touch wasn't his best, and that meant the chance went. As soon as it eventuated, really, it was a brilliant ball out of nothing from Wynne. Scotland dominating possession here early on and looking to cash in with Wynne. They stepped through three Northern Ireland opponents. Played across for Barry Hunter. We'll find Hickman. Looking to cut one in towards the middle off the post and away. Nearly a wonderful goal to break the deadlock, but the upright come to Northern Ireland's aid. And I tell you what, Martin Hickman is one to watch for the rest of the tournament. He is classified as an FC3 player, meaning his impairment is less severe. You can only have one player out of the 7 at all times with an FC3 classification, but Scotland look like they've got a good one. He's their only FC3 player in their squad for this tournament, so looks like we'll see a lot of him as well. He's taking up a position on the right-hand side. So that's out of play for a goal kick to Scotland. Good pressure there from Logan Smith to almost force Northern Ireland into a mistake. Sean Cassidy watching that one go and perhaps thankful that that was all he had to do. Goes goalkeeper to goalkeeper for Jamie Kelly. Good first touch into space for Hunter. It's hooked away by Jordan Walker. That'll be a free kick as Martin Hickman was fouled. Scotland in the most recent Euros that I touched on before had the 1 win in the group stage. In fact, looking at the wrong line, they lost all 3 of the games in the group stage. And that 1 win, my apologies, came in the placement stage over Italy by a goal to 0. As the free kick is fired straight into the wall. Win. Back on the ball after combining with Hunter, who gets it back himself, playing left and sent high and away from Charlie Fogarty. Speaking of Barry Hunter, he scored the only goal in that 1-0 win over Italy. In that Scotland win that put them to 7th in the tournament standings. Good bit of composure there from Barry Hunter. Here's Hickman again, looking for a bit of a kick and rush job. He does well. Down the Scotland right and then slipped at a crucial moment. And couldn't keep the attack alive. A little bit unlucky there. Jordan Cush, who read the pass forward, but his first touch was heavy. Here's Hickman again, working his way into the box, but his ball forward closed down. Northern Ireland have rarely got outside their own half, but it's played forward. As watchful there was Jamie Kelly and bounced into his arms. Watch that one inside the penalty area. Logan Smith went over. He wasn't adjudged to have been fouled. The ball forward from Matthew Wynn, not his best, played behind the intended target, and he was disappointed with himself. He knew straight away as he played it that it wasn't going to go where he wanted it to. Good work there from Jamie Mitchell, but again, it's another shot blocked. Scotland have been kept out up to this point. Northern Ireland back on the ball. Great work from David Levy. Then played forward, but never going to beat Jamie Kelly from there with an effort like that. Wasn't caught as cleanly as he would have liked. David Levy. Barry Hunter looking to whip it in towards the middle. Northern Ireland get it away. Played over to the right-hand side as it's sent it towards the back post. Breaks to the edge of the box for Jamie Mitchell, who saw his shot blocked. The bouncing ball eluded Logan Smith, and out of play it went for a Northern Ireland goal kick. Kelly feigned to go long and then decided to roll it short. Now Barry Hunter on for the 2016 Paralympian in Martin Hickman. Represented Great Britain the last time we had cerebral palsy football at the Paralympic Games back in Rio. Good skill from Hickman. Unleashed one on goal, bounce in front of the goalkeeper in Cassidy, and Logan Smith couldn't turn it home. As close as Scotland have come. In the early parts of this game, it was a good effort from range from Hickman, but it was one that Cassidy was unable to control, and Logan Smith unable to turn home. Flicked on from Ryan Walker. Charlie Emerson, who was on the ball a little bit early, but haven't seen much of him since. Appeals from Scotland players for handball, waved away. The ball bounced out of reach of Ryan Walker. As both sides will take a drinks break as we're just past the midway points of the first half. We didn't have one in the early game between Chile and Italy, given that both of those two sides are from a warmer climate, let's say, than you'd expect in both Scotland and Northern Ireland. I can tell you from personal experience, the UK isn't the warmest place, sorry, in the world. It is certainly one of the coldest at times. And no one who has ever lived there or been there needs lecturing on that. As we get set to get back underway. It's played down the Scotland left, Hickman with Wynne. With the Scotland captain, who switches play for Hunter. Look to combine with some pretty interplay Scotland, but it didn't quite pay out as well as they would have hoped. It's fired forward again, but another bad pass. Worth a mention too that the head coach for the Northern Ireland side is O'Donoghue. Northern Ireland legend. Made just under 100 appearances for the national side as it's played in behind, but unable to get there. Charlie Emerson. Fans of Manchester United and Chelsea of a certain vintage would perhaps remember him. Spent a lot of time at Luton as well with over 400 league appearances. So he certainly knows what he's on about. Hickman from distance, teed one up, and it's parried again to the feet of Logan Smith, who once again couldn't quite turn home. He's had a couple of really good opportunities right at the goal mouth, but has been unable to convert on either of them. Here's a player, Logan Smith, that you don't want to give too many opportunities to, because you sense that before long he'll have a goal to his name. Hickman did well to keep it. Hunter. Now with Logan Smith again. Scotland having the lion's share of possession, but have been unable to breach Paul Cassidy's defences so far. Might change here. Mazy run from Hickman. And he gave away a free kick in the process of trying to make his way through. Charlie Fogarty back to his feet and able to continue. It's played towards the Northern Ireland left. Good work from Logan Smith. Good work from Hickman to the byline, cut it back, and in the road was Emerson. Back with Hickman as he looked to cut it back again. Pulls it back further. Smith looking to curl one. Right to the line it goes, and again Northern Ireland look to send it away, and eventually it's behind for a goal kick. Wind gets even stronger. Logan Smith looking to work his way down the Scotland right, but Northern Ireland have it back as it's a good bit of work there from David Levy. It's played against an opponent and out of play for Northern Ireland ball in. Jamie Mitchell now with Wynne, who looks to cross one in. What a ball! What a header from Martin Hickman! And that is Scottish football at this level at its finest. Clinical stuff. Ball in from the left was absolutely exquisite from Wynne to the head of Hickman, who's been brilliant right across this first half of Scotland. His header, powerful and on target and in to send Scotland in front just before the half-time break. Only a few minutes to play. It's a goal at a really good time, and it was so well worked as well. Northern Ireland look to get it down their left-hand side. They've found attacking really hard to come by. Crossfield ball, keeper off his line, and Northern Ireland almost equalise. Charlie Emerson with a golden opportunity. Jamie Kelly wasted no time in rushing out to try and make the job harder for him. Maybe with the rate that he came in to close him down, might have been the difference, but that's Northern Ireland's best opportunity by a mile to get on the scoreboard in this one. win. Now with Hickman. The two combine again as they did for the only goal of this game. Rolling short. Logan Smith lost out. Looks as though he was pulling David Levy back, but nothing doing on that front according to the referee. Levy looking over the top for Charlie Emerson, who will control inside or right on the line of the penalty area. Sends it towards the back post with a good delivery. And I tell you what, Jamie Kelly had absolutely no idea where that ball had gone. And I bet he was glad when he realised that the ball was well behind the byline. Scotland with still some defending to do. It's out to play for a Northern Ireland corner as we tick towards the end of the first 30 minutes. It'll be taken short. Emerson. Crowded out by a couple of Scottish players as he tried again. Scotland had numbers going forward, but it ended up getting to David Levy. So we've moved into one additional minute at the end of the first half. Late free kick for Northern Ireland. Late throw-in rather, I should say, as it's out to play again. We've played the one additional minute. Half-time whistle can't be too far away. The time for one last attack. From a Northern Ireland point of view, the answer to that is no. And that is half-time here in Game 2 of the Ifcpf Men's World Championships for 2024 from Slough. And it is Scotland who deservedly lead at the break. It was a quite wonderful goal, really. They've had a few instances of lovely build-up play. But the one that separates the two sides was a header from Martin Hickman. A wonderful ball in from the left-hand side from Matthew Wynne. And Scotland have only the one goal to show for their overall dominance. And it's a lead they'll look to build on as we move into the second half. Half-time in Game 2 on day 1. It's Northern Ireland 0, Scotland 1. Stay with us. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back to sunny Salau for the second half of Game 2 here of the 2024 IFCPF Men's World Championships, and it's Scotland who will get us underway, who lead thanks to a wonderful goal from Martin Hickman, set up by Matthew Wynne. That is the goal that separates us at the moment. Here is the goal scorer, Hickman, trying the back flick there was Mitchell. Northern Ireland look to bring it away. Again, they try with the back flick. Hickman looking to play across, and that's broken down. Good bit of work going forward from Ryan Walker, who was then crowded out of it well by Jamie Mitchell, getting back to do his defensive duties. Win. Now with Hickman again. Again with Barry Hunter, who looked to play forward, but was helped well clear by Northern Ireland's captain in Jordan Walker. In case you're just joining us, the referee is Carlos Diaz. Rolled forward for Hickman. Got away from a couple of challenges. Win. Smith. Eventually away. Mitchell on the turn across for Hickman. Inside the box, he was well marshalled by Jordan Cush, as goes all the way back to the Scotland goalkeeper in Jamie Kelly. Northern Ireland with a player down. Hickman looking to curl one, and curling one into the bottom corner. Martin Hickman, the player making this Scotland team tick, and he's got a brace. The second to extend Scotland's lead. And Scotland's number 3 is the difference maker. Got away from a bit of pressure, and as soon as he found a bit of space, knew exactly which corner he wanted to pick out, and pick it out he did. Brace for the Rio Paralympian, who has represented Great Britain at that level and is doing wonderfully well representing Scotland at this level. He makes it look oh so easy at times. As Ryan Walker gets up after receiving a little bit of treatment. He's one that not only Northern Ireland for the rest of this game, but all of the rest of the teams here in Salah will have to watch. Hickman. We've had 2 players now, including Hickman, today who've scored twice in the game. First match, it was Italy's Antonio Marigliano, who was on hand twice to score, didn't get the third. Martin Hickman with 23.5 minutes plus stoppage time to try and get himself a hat-trick. The shot blocked. That's how to play for. Ball in for Northern Ireland. Win. It's played towards the edge of the box. Flicked over for Smith, and it's helped well clear by Jordan Walker onto the roof of the net. There was one of the balls that went. Scotland trying to put the match ball in the back of the net for the 3rd time as it's curled in, but unable to find someone else wearing that famous blue. Smith, down the left, goes over. He was fouled just outside the area. Of players standing over the ball. One of them, as you might expect, wearing the number 3 for Scotland. Scotland's number 3 in Martin Hickman, looking for goal number 3 for both Scotland and his own tally at this tournament. Was a brief conversation as Wynne and Mitchell went over to consult with Hickman, but looked like they've left him be. Going back over is Wynne for the potential left-footed option. Hickman still in close quarters if he fancies himself from here. Northern Ireland have made a change in amongst all of that. We'll get to that one in a moment as it's Cole on goal and parried away. It was Mitchell who ended up striking. There was a number of players who were close enough to the ball to at least think about having a hit themselves, but it was taken on by Mitchell, and that change for Northern Ireland sees number 8. Declan McDonald come on for number 9, Ryan Walker, as it's sent in. Jordan Walker heading high up into the air. Eventually helped further clear by Jordan Cush. Neat first time ball from Hickman, who receives back and blazes over the top. Nice interplay from Hickman and Mitchell. And I think most expected back of that net to bulge again, particularly given Martin Hickman's pedigree, but not to be on that occasion. I don't think there will be many brave enough to bet against Martin Hickman bringing up his hat-trick. Hunter across for Wynn. Look to roll it forward. Emerson did well to intercept. And that'll be a throw for Northern Ireland in front of the Scotland bench. Cush. Work to the Northern Ireland right. Playing in board for Emerson. Jordan Walker teeing one up and sending well off target. Now it'll be Scotland to make a change. And they'll be bringing their number 9 on. Shortly after Northern Ireland took theirs off, it's Sean Millership to take the place of Dean Thornton, Scotland's number 10. It's sent in from Wynn, and his efforts in the end be going a slight bit wide of that upright. Northern Ireland turn over possession again. Hickman getting a foot in. Chase here for Northern Ireland was McDonald, but the touchline beat him to it. Hickman operating off the Scotland left. Hunter. Hold it left for Martin Hickman, who decided to try and find his third, but it was blocked away. Here he is again. Tees one up and fires one in at the near post. And it's 3 for number 3. Martin Hickman brings up his hat-trick. Devastating to watch at his brilliant best. And Martin Hickman has been outstanding again for Scotland. The first hat-trick of the 2024 IFCPF Men's World Championships goes to Martin Hickman. And Scotland may well have just put this game to bed. You could almost see it happen right before it eventually did. And Scotland, with 3 goals, are well on course for 3 points. With 3 goals, thanks to their number 3. They say it's a lucky number, but there's been nothing lucky about Martin Hickman's performance this afternoon. He's been absolutely stellar. As we take a drinks break. So we're just past the midway point of this second half. Scotland will go to their bench again. And we'll bring off number 6, Barry Hunter. And Michael Blair Glynn, Scotland's number 2, will see his first action of these championships. Given away by Kelly, who's got to backpedal. Looking to try and catch him out was Declan McDonald, but was unable to do so. It had taken a deflection on the way through. And Scotland's coach, William McAdam, furious with that passage of play, calling for his players to keep the discipline as the corner was sent in towards Jordan Walker, who couldn't get to it, and that one will go behind. Glynn all the way back to Kelly. Now with Logan Smith down the Scotland right. Back inside his own half for Glynn. Who switches play for Hickman. The man of the moment for the Scots. Looking to get a foot in there. As the substitute in Sean Millership. As we'll get another Northern Irish alteration with Oisin McGurk taking the place of Charlie Fogarty. McDonnell to play it inside, good bit of defending. Again from Wynn, who's been absolutely spectacular in his own right. Maybe outshone by Martin Hickman this afternoon, which, given he's got 3 goals, that's hard to argue with, but he's had a wonderful game in his own right. Hickman outside of the area looking for a fourth. Parried and eventually claimed by Cassidy. Northern Ireland give it away, cut back and sent wide from Millership. Kept in play by Hickman. Eventually out to play for a Scotland throw. Double change here for Scotland with Logan Smith's race run. John McFarlane will take his place and Martin Hickman will also be taken off. After a wonderful day for him, Kerr McKenzie will make his first appearance of the tournament, and we'll see out this game. He's got just over 6 minutes plus added time to make an impression. Starting on the right-hand side here, Kerr McKenzie. Switch of play from Glynn, not his best. Kelly. Glynn Now with Mackenzie. Mackenzie once more. Looking to use some fancy footwork against a couple of Northern Irish opponents, but it was out of play for Northern Ireland goal kick. Martin Hickman, by the way, for those playing along at home, was the first player to score a Men's World Championships hat-trick since Antonio Morigliano of Italy, who scored twice earlier today himself, did it in the same game as Mahmoud of Egypt. What was a 7-4 win for Italy that day in Italy, which was the last time the Men's World Championships were held before this one. In fact, both Morigliano and Mahmoud scored 4 goals that day, a feat that Martin Hickman hasn't been able to replicate, but I'm sure he wouldn't be too bothered by that, particularly given the way the game's positioned as well. Mackenzie stepping in. Playing in towards the middle, but only as far as Declan McDonnell, who starts away for Northern Ireland. His progress was stunted by John McFarlane. As Northern Ireland will go to their reinforcements. Finn Mullen will be one of the two coming on, as will Sean Coyle. We've been told to not be too surprised if we see Finn Mullen with the gloves through this tournament. He's capable as a goalkeeper as well as an outfield player, but will be wearing the green this afternoon. And Sean Coyle likewise. Both players are classified at FT2. The shot fired from range was deflected and then through the hands of Jamie Kelly. Behind for another Northern Ireland corner. The overhead kick attempt from Jordan Walker didn't quite work out as well as he would have liked. Played down the Scotland left, sent in towards the back post. Dangerous delivery from John McFarlane. Looking for Kerr Mackenzie, who eventually goes back to find it. Glynn. Now Jamie Mitchell. Away from one, still Jamie Mitchell. He ran into the brick wall of Sean Coyle. teeing one up his win, looking to try and add his name to a list of players who've scored wonderful goals today. We saw a few in the first game as well before this one. So we are now into second half stoppage time. To play for Scotland, ball in from the side. Still with Mackenzie. Kerr goes over and draws the free kick. Did brilliantly well there, Kerr Mackenzie. As Michael Glynn was very quick to point out and give him his flowers. Glynn. Mackenzie looking to turn away from his marker, and he's won his side a corner. He's presented some problems for Sean Coyle since coming on, Kerr Mackenzie, as he looks to impress in hopes of potentially earning a starting berth. That's sent behind for a goal kick to Northern Ireland. We'll see both of these sides tomorrow. Northern Ireland will face Italy in the early game, and Scotland will play later against South Korea in this time slot again. That's with a little bit of space there was Charlie Emerson. As Glynn's got to help that one away and did well to get a foot in to prod the ball away from Finn Mullen. I like Northern Irish corner as they look to try and grab a consolation here. Charlie Emerson calling for a short option, doesn't get one and swings it in him instead. That one again is sent behind. Emerson standing over it again. Floated in and might have another chance to send this one in. Emerson tried to roll it short instead and gave it away, but so did John McFarlane, as the referee checks his watch and blows the full-time whistle. And wherever you may be watching from, you've just watched the Martin Hickman show. A hat-trick from Scotland's number 3 gives them 3 points. And the tournament starting on a very good note for Scotland, who, as mentioned, will play again tomorrow, as will Northern Ireland, who will have to go back and lick their wounds as they attempt to atone for this defeat. Full-time, the second game of 2. Today in Salau, it's Northern Ireland 0, Scotland 3. To go to the post-match interviews. Stay tuned. So I'm here with Scotland hat-trick hero, Martin Hickman. Martin, you've played on some pretty big stages for both Scotland and for Great Britain. How nice does it feel to be back out playing a major tournament again?
Oh, it's unbelievable, to be fair. It's a long time coming in terms of preparation for this tournament, and under the sun, it's something that we don't really do often in Scotland. The weather's normally not so good, so it's good to be doing it here in Salou.
Absolutely, and a wonderful game for yourself, but how nice is it playing in such a team as this, and what's the mood like in the Scotland camp as we move into Salou?
Yeah, it's upbeat. We're looking forward to every game. We know it's going to be a tough tournament, and the boys are raring to go and ready for every game. We can't wait to take the field again and play again.
So then just a quick word on your own performance. 3 goals, it's always nice to score once, and very rarely do you get the chance to score 3, but how nice did that feel when that third one went in?
No, it felt good. I always kind of want to score goals, so when I seen the opportunity to put the third one in, I thought I might take it, and it worked out well, so I'm happy.
Certainly did. Thank you, Martin.
No problem, thank you.
Well, now, welcoming Jordan Walker, the captain of the Northern Ireland national team. And Jordan, a tough result for you today, but just to echo the sentiment that Martin made before, how nice is it to be away from the cold of the UK and Northern Ireland and in the sun playing football for Northern Ireland?
Yeah, it's great. Everybody, it's fantastic for anybody with cerebral palsy to experience playing for Northern Ireland cerebral palsy, because we don't have the great and a lot of people that can play for Northern Ireland. You know, with there's not much options out there. But I mean, the guys that have come over here are absolutely fantastic. The things that we've been doing and organising for this is brilliant.
And you just mentioned the fantastic squad you've got for this tournament. What's the preparation been like leading into this first game?
Yeah, it's been really, really good. Unfortunately, things just didn't go our way today, and we'll move on and we'll look back and we'll move on to the next game and hopefully for a better result.
And that next game comes very quickly, of course, playing tomorrow early on against South Korea. What's the message out of this game that you're going to try and take into that one?
We're just going to sit back, learn from our mistakes, and we're going to make sure we're going to go and win this next game.
Thank you, Jordan. All the best.
Thank you.
So, here were the post-match interviews. Thank you for tuning in to the coverage for day 1 of the 2024 Ifcpf Men's World Championships. Stick with us. We've got a double-header tomorrow. See you then. Thank you. Thank you.